Ah, there you are. Hello. Hello, and welcome back to some further sitting about with Ivan Perestroika, myself, as we sit about and try to uncover the fundamental secrets of the universe as best we can from sat on the sofa. As you'll remember, in episode 1, we were talking about things that are of major personal and international concern for ourselves. And today, I think, in episode 2, now that we are all vaguely up to speed with the whole idea of sitting about, I think we will be trying to maybe put the will to rights, and especially wonder about how you can get a decent cup of tea. These things may not be particularly important for yourself, but I think that if you stay with the program and listen in and contribute as much as you possibly can, and probably send cash in brown envelopes, then everything will go quite swimmingly smoothly. Now, today is, of course, our weekend, and obviously on a weekend a lot of people will try the idea of maybe attempting to leave the flat. I trip over some of your more strange English words. I apologize for all this. I digress. The people will attempt to escape from flat, leave flat. I'm sorry, not escape, obviously. No, escape, so much more appropriate. And we'll try on weekend to go out and possibly enjoy themselves in surroundings that may not altogether be conducive to the normal way of sitting about. Now, this is interesting British behaviour, I think we find, is that there is a migratory lemming kind of idea planted deep in back of brain, which is triggered by pineal gland and pituitary center of brain, obviously, where people have to definitely go out and attempt on the weekend to get completely and absolutely smashed out of head and to talk to pretty girls. I too enjoy talking to pretty girls. I have on occasion. We digress, we leave all this. However, it is weekend, and as such, we are able to sit around predominantly in own time. In weekday, obviously, we are sitting about on everybody else's time, but in weekday and weekend, obviously, it is pretty much a luxury to be able to sit about in own time and at indeed at own expense. So today we will be taking from, as I mean, our discussion point, our main lecture, the concept of sitting about at the weekend and how it predictably differs from sitting around in the weekday. Obviously, each day in themselves has its own particular flavour, its own particular kind of different voice harmonic. It say different things to you. But the weekend, of course, is always the weekend. It's always very nice. It's always very jolly. You always get to go by Sunday paper, for example, get hand covered in complete dirt and mess and Pierre's bloody Morgan. And but it is definitely to be seen as more of a indulgence, this sitting about on a weekday. I myself have been earlier in the day sitting about watching things as such as golf on your wonderful green televisions, and I'm enjoying it very, very much. It passed time absolutely amazingly. I can sit, I can show you really exactly how one is prepared to sit about and watch golf if you would like. My particular method of watching golf is probably something along these kinds of lines. You don't have to follow them exactly. Anything that is good for you will be fine. But this is how I've been watching golf pretty much this afternoon in my own time and indeed at my own expense. And there we have it. It is just an example of all the wonderful sports that you can kind of sitting about to, or if they actually come through on your wonderful 700,000 channel digital television, which nobody can work and nobody get any further than channel 7 or whatever it is, because then it'll just get very strange and very confused at top end. Lots of strange channels, way far too scrolly-woolly for me to get to, absolutely. So we're not worried too much. But I obviously digress once again, and I just trying to explain to you today that this is sitting about on the weekend or in your own time, and how it is going to differ from sitting about in the weekday. So I'm just going to have a quick cup of tea and get cigarette together, obviously, and then we just pause and then we reconvene in just a second and we discuss this further. Thank you very much.